Defense headquarters speaks on military coup in Nigeria. Actually, with the coup that has taken place in the Niger Republic, that ECOWAS and everybody is trying to manage right now, there has been speculation that Nigeria should get ready as the next country to experience the military coup. And to be frank, a lot of Nigerians are also interested in this coup to take place in Nigeria because democracy has failed us. Since the return of democracy in 1999 till today, Nigeria has been nosing downwards all through every year by year. Politicians are proven to be even more corrupt than the military. And so with this comment, military has reacted that they don't have intention of carrying out coup in Nigeria and that they will continue to support democracy. But again, this can be a lip service because you never can tell what the military is planning. You don't never can tell who in the military is supporting this statement or not. After all, the coup in the Niger Republic did not just happen overnight. It took time, very long time, to plan and to prepare and to, do everything they did. So, and while doing that, I'm sure they were also offering lip service to the government in power or government of the day. Okay. The defense headquarters on Friday said the Nigerian military has no plan to take over the government in Nigeria. This is as it revealed that there have been some recent calls from some quarters for the military to intervene in the country's democracy. However, the Director of Defense Information, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau, in a statement on Friday, assured that the armed forces of Nigeria would not execute any coup as the military is better under democracy. He further described the call on the military to intervene in Nigerian democracy as highly unpatriotic and wicked. Gusau pledged the loyalty of the nation's military under the leadership of the Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, to President Bola Tinubu, adding that they would not be distracted from their constitutional duties. So that is what General Gusau is saying. But again, people that will conduct coup are not the generals. That is the truth. People that conduct coup are people from captain and general and the smaller officers below the rank. Those are the people that will do it. And when they do that, all the generals will not have option. They will all be rounded up and put somewhere. That is how it has happened in some cases or instances. So this general has spoken, but has he spoken the mind of everybody in the military? That is difficult to ascertain at this time. The full statement reads, the defense headquarters frown at reports being circulated online about welfare issues in the armed forces of Nigeria. The reports call on the military to intervene in our democracy is highly unpatriotic, wicked, and attempt to distract the armed forces of Nigeria from performing its constitutional responsibilities. While the leadership of the AFN, that is Armed Forces of Nigeria, gives priority to welfare of its personnel, however, we detest any attempt by any individual or group to instigate the law-abiding armed forces of Nigeria to embark on any unconstitutional change of government in our country. We wish to state unequivocally that the military is happy and better under democracy and will not get involved in any act to sabotage the hard-earned democracy in our country. The Armed Forces of Nigeria, under the leadership of the Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, is determined to ensure complete subordination of the armed forces to constitutional authority under His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and will not be distracted from its roles that are well defined in the 1999 Constitution as amended. Okay, so so that is what the military is saying now, that they are better under democracy, under the administration of Tinubu, and that they will not take over the government, as some quarters have started calling on the military to intervene in the nation's democracy. Okay, and they are trying to say that democracy is hard-earned and they are ready to cooperate with the present-day democratic administration to maintain and sustain it going forward. But the problem remains that how are they running the military in such a way that people are resigning? A lot of military officers, military individuals are resigning in droves. Thousands of them are going, and then nothing is done. And all because of welfare package, poor remuneration, poor training, poor empowerment, and poor ammunition, and everything support they need to fight terrorism, not talk of fighting a war. Okay, and we understand that the corruption in the military is almost tantamount to the corruption in the democracy, sorry, in the political sector. But the fact remains that though this man has spoken, we are not sure if he has spoken in the mind of all the military officers or everyone in Nigeria, because I've seen that even government of Tinubu has made the Nigeria worse than before, and I'm sure nobody wants to cope under this administration. With the way things are going, it will be easy to induce the military to go into a coup than before, because everybody is suffering, including the military at this time. And even if you are in the military and you're enjoying some level of compliment, what about your relatives who are not in the military? Can you afford to support all of them? No. So the state of things in this country today is so bad that any little incentive people will take contrary action, will make contrary motions, contrary moves to the government of the day. So and now that's why Tinubu is trying to do everything possible to hold the military together by giving them jumbo pay, jumbo allowances, and all of that, so that they will continue to dance to his tune. But the fact remains that the whatever is given the military is everybody in the military enjoying it, because I can understand the officers will just kill and divide and share among themselves, leaving the young military officers behind unattended. And that is also another problem in the military today that speaks to the welfare issues in the military, which is making a lot of them to resign or retire because they cannot continue to cope with the situation. So, but now the military has confirmed that they are not intending to conduct any coup in Nigeria. They will not take over the military. They are happy under the democracy, that it is better under democracy than under the military rule. That is what these people are trying to tell us here. But whether they like it or not, the call for military to take over will continue to grow. The same way it has happened in Niger Republic, Burkina Faso, and Mali. I think some individuals within the ECOWAS bloc have said that Nigeria should get ready, because Nigeria is probably the next country that will experience this coup. Because the politicians we have today are very, very terrible, very bad, and are going to plunge to push Nigeria into deeper poverty, deeper hardship, making life difficult for individuals, and is making life more unbearable, and the kind of change that everybody has clamored for. Okay. We've seen that politicians don't have the clout or the required willpower to implement or bring those change to fruition. So the only way, which is like what is happening in the Niger Republic, is the military to take over, institute the change, institute a new government, write a new constitution for Nigeria, and then I tell you, the country will then move forward from there, just like it's happening in Niger. All these ones, ECOWAS, AU, and UN are talking, they're just talking their own. The people in Nigeria are happy with the coup, and they are going to start a new government from there and probably reform their constitution as well, block all the loopholes in the constitution that is giving politicians opportunity and power to continue to embezzle the nation's resources. Okay, the same way Nigeria, they talk for constitutional reform, they wrote their recommendations, but still Nigeria is not ready to make any constitutional change, because most of the loopholes in the constitution is benefiting so many of them. So let them get ready, because Nigeria, it might happen, even though the military have told us that they're not ready to conduct coup in Nigeria. We really cannot trust any of them, because it's suffering and smiling all the way. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment on this position that the military has taken.